Stop blaming your memory for your broken English. The real reason you're struggling isn't a lack of vocabulary. It's because your mouth is physically out of shape. You've spent years filling your brain with complex grammar rules, but have you ever spent 5 minutes training your tongue to move? Think of it like learning to play the piano. You can study music theory for a decade, but if your fingers haven't practiced hitting the keys, you'll never play a smooth melody. Your jaw, lips, and breath are simply unconditioned for the unique rhythm of English. In this video, we are going to stop studying and start training using powerful techniques like shadow speaking and the fluency loop. We're going to build your muscle memory from the ground up so you can finally speak without that painful hesitation. If you're ready to unlock a powerful, natural voice, hit that subscribe button right now to join our community and elevate your English speaking skills every day. Let's stop being silent and start moving those muscles. Let's address the elephant in the room. Why does your English feel heavy or clunky? I'm here to tell you that English isn't just stored in your brain. It's a physical performance involving your lips, tongue, and jaw. Most of us feel stuck because our mouths are addicted to the rhythm and shapes of our mother tongue. It's like a marathon runner trying to suddenly become a ballet dancer. The muscles simply aren't used to those specific, delicate movements yet. To break free, we must cultivate muscle memory. You see, when you struggle with complex sounds, like the sharp S, the vibrating Z, or the way words blend together in a wave, such as not at all, it's because your facial muscles haven't been gym trained for this language. I want us to stop treating English like a history lesson and start treating it like a sport. We are going to push your tongue and jaw to explore new territories. If you give me just 5 minutes of your day, we can transition from being mental learners to physical speakers. By repeating these movements consistently, you'll find that the words start flowing out before your brain even has time to worry about grammar. Together, we are building a voice that feels as natural as breathing. Now let's get our hands dirty, or rather, let's get our mouths moving. I'm introducing you to the mouth warm-up. This is our first minute, and it's non-negotiable. Think of it as tuning a high-end instrument before a massive concert. We start with lip vibrations. Instead of a motorcycle, imagine you're a propeller plane. Let those lips buzz loudly to break the tension. Next, try the tongue compass. Reach your tongue up toward your nose and down toward your chin, stretching the muscles that usually stay stiff. Then let's do some jaw revolutions. Gently rotate your lower jaw in small circles to release the stress we carry from a long day of staying silent. Finally, give me a giant yawn to open up the back of your throat and relax your vocal cords. We are waking up the physical tools of communication that have been sleeping. Next, we move to the mirror technique. For 60 seconds, I want you your own coach. Stand tall and look directly into your eyes, no looking away. Pick a bold, personal statement, something like, I am becoming a fearless communicator, or today my English sounds clear and strong. Observe the way your teeth meet your lip for that F sound in fearless. Watch how your mouth opens wide for the word strong. Say it 5 times. Start at a snail's pace to master the shape, then finish like a race car. This isn't just about pronunciation, it's about presence. We are training your brain to love the sight and sound of you speaking English. Which of these two steps feels the most awkward to you right now? Drop a comment below. I want to hear about your experience as we start this journey together. Okay, let's level up with shadow speaking. For the next 2 minutes, I want you to become the audio shadow of a native speaker. Instead of waiting for the sentence to end, try to speak almost simultaneously, matching every curve and peak of their voice. For example, if you hear the phrase, "I'm really looking forward to our meeting," don't just repeat it flatly. I want you to mimic the excitement in the word really and the smooth connection between looking and forward. We are training your ears and mouth to work as a single, synchronized team. I believe this is the closest you can get to downloading fluency directly into your muscles. Finally, we finish our daily gym session with the fluency loop. This is our 1-minute high-intensity drill to sharpen your reflexes. Let's take a functional sentence like, "It's a beautiful day to take a walk." We are going to cycle through 3 distinct gears. First, low gear. Speak very slowly to ensure every vowel and consonant is carved perfectly. Then, middle gear. Use your natural, everyday conversational rhythm. Lastly, high gear. I want you to say it as fast as possible without stumbling. Repeat this cycle until the entire phrase feels like a single, flowing piece of music rather than 7 separate words. When we practice this way, we stop overthinking and start simply speaking. Have you ever wondered why some people sound incredibly natural even when they make minor grammar mistakes? It's because they've mastered the hidden secret of sound clusters. Most learners are taught to pronounce every single word with clinical precision. I am going to the office. But I'm telling you, that's not how real life works. Native speakers don't speak in isolated blocks. We speak in waves of sound. I want you to think of English like a beautiful piece of music. You don't just hit one note, pause, and then hit another. You create a melody where every sound gracefully slides into the next. When we use sound clusters, we group several words into one single breath unit. For instance, instead of saying, "How is it going?" as 4 robotic sounds, we blend them into a smooth, "How's it going?" Or consider the phrase, "Give me a call." In a real conversation that transforms into a single rhythmic unit, "Give me a call." This isn't lazy English, it's the natural pulse of the language. When you start training your mouth to produce these units, your voice loses that stiff, mechanical feel. Even if you still have your native accent, people will be amazed at how fluid and confident you sound. We are moving away from building sentences word by word and finally learning to let our voices flow. So, how do we transform these sound clusters into a permanent reflex? I want us to build a solid bridge between simply knowing a word and actually owning it. Here is the exact training plan to move from a robotic speaker to a fluid one. Step 1. Choose 3 clusters daily. Focus on high traffic, phrases you'd actually use at work or with friends. Instead of basic words, grab phrases like, "I'll get back to you," "What do you think?" or "Give me a hand." Scribble them on a sticky note where you'll see them all day. Step 2. speak them like a song. I want you to find the hidden melody in these sounds. Don't just talk. I want you to rap these clusters. Treat "I'll get back to you" like a catchy pop chorus. Repeat it 10 times until the rhythm vibrates in your chest. Remember, rhythm is what creates deep muscle memory. Step 3. Create your own sentence with the cluster. Context makes the sound real for your brain. If you pick "give me a hand," try saying, "Could you give me a hand with these heavy boxes?" Say the entire sentence as one continuous, fluid wave of sound with no breaks. Step 4. Record your voice daily. This is our non-negotiable game tape. Grab your phone and record yourself. Listen back to how the sounds link or where they still feel choppy. I promise, by day 7, transformation in your speed and confidence will be unmistakable. Step 5. Use music track practice. Put on a lo-fi beat or a simple metronome. Speak your phrases in time with the percussion. This forces your breath and mouth to adapt to a natural, steady pace. We aren't just studying a subject, we are mastering a physical performance. Let's make your English dance. Here is a brutal truth that I need you to hear. Your mouth will never speak what your brain doesn't truly believe. You can master every grammar rule in the book, but if your internal dialogue is whispering, "What if they laugh at me?" your fluency will die before you even open your lips. I've noticed that the biggest barrier isn't a lack of words. It's the mental noise of self-doubt. We must understand that the brain is the pilot and the mouth is the aircraft. If the pilot is panicking, the plane will never have a smooth flight. To fix this, we have to speak with emotion, not just accuracy. I want us to stop obsessing over being correct and start focusing on being connected. English is a vibrant, emotional language, not a cold computer code. Instead of sounding like a bored GPS saying, "I am very tired today," I want you to breathe life into it. Try saying, "I am absolutely exhausted," while letting your shoulders drop and your voice carry that heavy feeling. When you train your brain to associate sounds with real human emotions rather than just black and white text, you bypass the grammar filter that causes you to stutter. We are building an identity, not just a vocabulary. What is the one English word or phrase that always makes you feel confident when you say it? Share it in the comments below. I'd love to see your favorites. To help you master the psychological side of fluency, we need to change how your brain perceives the language. Stop being a shy student and start being a performer. The first step is to speak like an actor. Most of us freeze because we are terrified of being wrong, but an actor only cares about being believable. Take a phrase like, "I finally figured it out." I want you to perform this in 3 distinct ways. First, say it with explosive joy while throwing your hands in the air. Then, say it with deep frustration while rubbing your temples. Finally, whisper it like a mysterious secret. When you act, your brain stops obsessing over grammar and starts focusing on the energy of the sentence. Next, we must create mental shortcuts to bypass the slow process of translating from your native language. For example, instead of translating the phrase "it's a piece of cake" word for word, link that specific sound directly to the feeling of total ease. When you hear it, Your brain should instantly see a thumbs up image rather than a dictionary definition. Finally, we combine emotion plus voice plus movement. Your body is your most powerful memory tool. If you're practicing the line, let's go for it. Don't just sit there. Stand up, lean forward, and point your finger as if you're leading a team. By using your entire physical presence, you force your voice to become louder and your confidence to become unshakable. You aren't just reciting words, you are building a fearless new identity. Let's talk about a mistake that keeps most learners silent forever, repeating words like a robot. Real fluency is built through a strategic system, not mindless chanting. I want us to adopt this 5-stage method to turn any simple sentence into a permanent part of your soul. Stage 1, slow clarity repetition. Take a powerful phrase like, "I have never felt more ready than now." Don't rush. I want you to carve every sound. Stretch the vowels and feel your tongue precisely hit your teeth for every T and D. Stage 2, flow repetition. Now link those words together. Say it with a natural pulse as if it were a single, long word. I've never felt more ready than now. Let your breath carry the entire line without any mechanical hiccups. Stage 3, emotion repetition. This is where the magic happens. Say it with explosive joy, then with deep exhaustion, and finally with cold anger. By adding human feeling, you bypass the grammar filter that usually makes you stutter. Stage 4, pressure repetition. It's turbo time. Say the sentence as fast as possible 5 times in a row. We are training your reflex speed so you don't freeze when you are under stress in the real world. Stage 5, real-world use repetition. Imagine saying this during a crucial job interview, then while running a marathon, and finally as a secret to a friend. When you practice this way, you aren't just memorizing. You are becoming the language. This is how you stop being a student and start being a speaker. Ultimately, fluency is not a gift you are born with. It is a decision you make every single morning. We have reached the point where you must choose between 2 paths. You can continue being a passive consumer, scouring the internet for infinite vocabulary lists, while staying silent in real life. Or you can become an active trainer, spending just 5 minutes in front of a mirror, challenging your mouth muscles to adapt to a new rhythm. Think of the global opportunities that remain closed because of hesitation. It's not about the complex rules you lack, but the willpower to sound imperfect while you grow. Your voice is a powerful instrument, and it stays dull if you only listen and never perform. Don't wait for validation or a flawless accent. Start now. I want us to commit to this physical transformation together. Your breakthrough doesn't happen inside a grammar book. It happens during those late-night drills and through vocal repetition. Remember, real fluency begins the exact moment your fear ends. This is your identity. It's time to own it. Subscribe now to keep moving your muscles and elevating your voice every day.